Hey, what's up guys? It's Dusty here with another edition of Dusty's Daily Doubles. Today is Wednesday, February 9th, 2022. Yesterday, we went 3 for 4 in our selections. We did smash the Daily Double and went 1 for 2 in the bonus picks. Just to recap quick, in the Daily Double we had in our first game, Marquette plus 10 on the road in Connecticut. They ended up losing by 8, so we covered that. And we also had Wyoming plus 5.5 at home against this Utah State team. They ended up winning by 2 points in overtime, so that one covered. So the Daily Double came through, smashed that. Then on the bonus picks, we had, first up, we had Illinois plus 10 on the road in Purdue, which I thought was going to be a closer game. Purdue ended up winning by 16 points. They definitely contained coffee on the boards and out-rebounded Illinois all game. That ended up being the difference pretty much. So we lost that bonus pick with Illinois plus 10, but we did hit the other bonus pick late at night when we took Santa Clara plus 5.5. And that was, I believe it was plus 5.5. Regardless, Santa Clara outright won. I did say that I thought that they were going to possibly win too. They did win, so that's great. We covered that on the bonus picks, so we went 1 for 2 in the bonus and smashed the Daily Double, 3 or 4 overall. Pretty decent night. Now let's jump into today's action. First up on the docket for the Daily Double, we have a ACC matchup between the Louisville Cardinals traveling to Notre Dame to take on this Fighting Irish team. And honestly, this is a pretty lopsided game in my opinion at this moment. Right now, Louisville is on a 5-game losing skid. They're sitting 11-12 overall in the season. They're only 2 wins, 6 losses away from home, and they're only 2-8 in their last 10 games. So they're playing pretty terrible at the moment. Notre Dame has been a little back and forth in the last couple of weeks, but they're kind of on the up and up right now. They're sitting at 16-7 overall in the season, with a 9 wins, 1 loss record at home. They're 8-2 in their last game, opposed to Cardinals being 2-8. So Notre Dame are 8-2 in their last 10 games. They're on a 2-game winning streak. And honestly, one of those 10 games in their last 10 was against this Louisville team back on January 22nd, in which they went into Louisville and beat them by 12 in their own barn. I mean, it's just pretty lopsided all around. Notre Dame, statistically speaking, owns these guys in every category except rebounding. Louisville does have a pretty big lean on the rebounding, which, I do really like rebounding, but it doesn't really matter if you get more possessions if you're not scoring, and this Louisville team is not scoring. And, I take a few extra possessions a game. Cool. Make them count, and you won't, so I'm not worried about it. The line right now, I think, is sitting at Notre Dame -7, which is honestly a little light. I personally think that Notre Dame gets it done tonight at home by double digits, but just to be safe, I'm going to buy 3 points. That's going to be the very first pick of the Daily Double, is going to be Notre Dame -4 at home. We're going to parlay that with the second game on the docket for the Daily Double, which is going to be a Big 12 matchup between this 9th ranked in the nation team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, and they are traveling to Oklahoma to face this Sooners team. And again, I just see another mismatch. It doesn't look like that really on paper, and Oklahoma's pretty darn good at home. But I can tell you one thing about this Oklahoma team is that they struggle to put up points against really good defense. And guess what? That's what you're running into right now. This Texas Tech Red Raiders team is playing fire on the defensive end of the floor. And I can't see Oklahoma State putting up more than possibly 65 tops 65 points on this Texas Tech team. That's not going to be enough to get it done. I honestly think that the line's a little short here as well. Texas Tech is currently a 2.5-point favorite. I just feel like this Texas Tech team is going to roll in there, completely suffocate this Sooners offense, and they'll be lucky if they do hit that 65. That's max. I think they'll probably shoot more like 60-point total. And I think the Red Raiders are going to win a little bit comfortably by 5 to 6 points on the road here. So I mean, they just dominate them in the defensive category, and also 3-point percentage, they're pretty equal. But that's another big bonus about this Texas Tech team, is they like to rebound. They're good at rebounding as well. So you're going to give me a defensively suffocating team that is better on the boards against a team that's struggling as well. Like, Oklahoma has lost 3 straight. They're 13-10 on the season overall. 8 wins, 4 losses at home. And they're only 2-8 in their last 10 games. Whereas this Texas Tech team is 18-5 overall in the season. They're only 2-4 traveling away from home, but they're playing way better competition than this Oklahoma team. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games, and this Texas Tech team is on a 3-game winning streak. The last time that these teams faced was last year, February 1st, 2021. Texas Tech won by 5 points. Again, I see a very similar game. I'm gonna buy some points for safety reasons, and I'm going to get Texas Tech at +4 on the road, even though I think they outright win probably by 4 to 6 points. We're going to buy a couple points and get this Texas Tech team at +4 on the road. That is our second selection on the Daily Double. Remember, that's going to be parlayed with the first game, which is Notre Dame -4 at home. That game tips off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Lucas, and Texas Tech is scheduled to tip off at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Now let's jump into that bonus pick that I got you guys for today, and that is going to be an Ivy League matchup. Love me some Ivy. And that is going to be between Yale Bulldogs traveling to Harvard to face this Crimson team. And this is an extremely even matchup. These two teams know each other so well. They face each other all the time, and it's always a competitive game. Here and there, every few years, one team will win by double digits, but for the most part, it's pretty tight. Usually the games are within 4 to 8 points. So this Yale team heads into this matchup 12-9 overall in the season. They're 3-5 away from home, and they're 6-4 in their last 10 games on a 4-game winning streak. Whereas Harvard is 11-8 on the season. They're 7-3 at home with a 6-4 record as well in their last 10. But they just lost their last game, and that was to Yale, actually. Just the other day, on February 5th, they lost to this team. They were on the road. Harvard was on the road, and they lost by 3 to this Yale team. The score was 58-55, and honestly, I can see almost an exact replica, maybe a little bit higher scoring, maybe more like 62 to like 57-ish. But as even as these two teams are, getting points with either team, you can never really go wrong if you tease either way. Honestly, I could see teasing Harvard and getting Harvard at plus points, but I'm going to go with the hot hand here. Yale has got a 4-game winning streak going. They just beat these guys last game in their own and on the road by 3. In their home barn by 3. Now they're traveling on the road. I think possibly Harvard might get it done. I do like Yale to win outright again, but for the bonus purposes, I'm going to buy a few points. Yale right now, the line is sitting at Yale +2. We're going to buy 4 points and get that up to Yale +6. As I think this will be another even contest, and both these teams are going to battle hard. They know each other well. I can't see a double-digit win either way. And honestly, I like the 6 points. I'm going to take Yale +6, and that is our bonus pick for today. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the support. And let's keep getting that money. Let's go for 3 daily doubles in a row, baby. Woo woo!